Hey, this is Charlie Thompson. Welcome back. And this is a quick video on how to use Google Earth for Lab 12 to look at locations and measure distances. So for the rest of the labs that we're going to be using Google Earth with, the way you'll open Google Earth is from the link in the lab. And what you do after that is going to be pretty much the same for every lab. So let's get started. We're going to click the link to open Google Earth. It's going to open it in a separate window. It's going to zoom you in to the first location in the slideshow. And when Google Earth opens from a link, opens a project from a link, it opens it in slideshow mode. And when it opens it in slideshow mode, which is what this is, you don't have access to the various tools that you're going to need to do this lab. So the first thing we need to do is get out of slideshow mode. So we're going to click on this left arrow that says exit slideshow. And now we've got our table of contents for the project. And before I get started, I want to make sure that all of my settings are correct so that I'm not dealing with bad information from the very beginning. So the other video that I made, the how to use Google Earth, covers all the settings, but let me just very quickly review. I'm going to click on the settings. And this is where you can set how fast you fly to locations when you click on them. I'm going to speed that up a little bit. Your rendering quality, I think I mentioned if you have a slower computer, you're going to want to decrease the rendering quality so that it'll load more quickly. I don't need to play with any of those things. The unit system, I want that in feet and miles. That way it'll show elevations in feet, and that's what we want for this exercise. The distance unit, I'm going to leave that and I'm going to change it or leave it. I want it in centimeters, since most of the work that you're going to be doing with the tectonic plates in Lab 12 is going to be trying to figure out how fast they're moving, and their speed is going to be given in centimeters per year. I think the easiest thing to do is just measure it in centimeters, and that way you don't need to worry about unit conversions. I want decimal degree for latitude, longitude formatting. We're good with all of that. I'm going to click done. I'm then going to go to another place that they have some of the settings. That's the layers button. So I'm going to leave my labels alone. This just determines which labels are showing. Like if nothing is showing up, you probably have it set to clean. And if it's going to make it easier for you to see what you're looking at, I would turn the labels on, maybe turn on everything. Make sure you have 3D buildings on. If you don't, that will give you possibly it'll give you wrong elevation data. And then you'll get the question wrong, even though you do everything right. So make sure 3D buildings is turned on. I've got grid lines turned off. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. So we're good for all of the layers settings and the settings. And the first question in the lab is to measure from the pointy Canada place mark down to Mexico Beach. So I'm going to pick up the measuring tool, and this is already zoomed in. The way I like to measure distances, the way I'm going to recommend measuring distances is you just zoom in all the way. And then I have been taking my measurements off of the bottom of the point of the place mark, off the tip of the place mark. So I'm going to click there to start. Then I'm going to zoom out. And then I'm going to hover my mouse over this green place mark down here, Mexico, San Diego border. And I'm just going to zoom in until it won't let me zoom in anymore. And I'm going to click at the bottom, and then I've got my answer in centimeters. Of course, you want your answer in kilometers. So I think, if you double click, it'll finish the measurement. Otherwise, each click will add another node to the line. But for this one, we just need the distance from one to the other. And if you click here, you can change it from centimeters to kilometers. So that's what I would recommend doing for question one. Doesn't matter before or after you measure, set the units to kilometers, and that way you'll get the right answer. So that takes care of that. I'm going to close that since I don't need to save it. I just needed the distance. Then we're going to go to the AirC field. So you are supposed to measure from the north end of the field to the south end of the field. And so we're going to pick up the measurement tool, and I'm going to demonstrate just doing a diagonal measurement. I'm not going to give you the answer. So again, I'm going to zoom in all the way. I'm going to click, I'm going to zoom out, and then I'm going to zoom in all the way again to that corner, and I'm going to double click to end it. And again, that's giving me the distance in centimeters. I don't want that for this. I want meters, so just change it. Or if you know how to do the conversion in your head, that's cool as well. You're also supposed to get the elevation, the elevation of the center of the field. I'm not going to give you that answer, but I want you to know how to do it. So I'm just going to pick a spot in the middle of this intersection that we used from Lab 1. And the elevation is 101 feet above sea level. It's showing that down here in the right-hand corner. And you'll notice it changes a little bit, 100, 101, 100, but close enough. Yeah, you won't get, you'll have a foot or two wiggle room. Don't worry about it. About getting like exactly the precise, oh, the number keeps changing. It's fine. A foot or two is not going to make a difference. So that takes care of the elevation. That takes care of distance measurements. That takes care of showing you how to, oh yeah, sorry. So it's going to load in like that. I clicked and then I hit shift, actually shift and then click. Then you can rotate it. And we want to measure from Garcia River North to Garcia River South. And then we're going to measure from Gualala River North to Gualala River South. We're going to do that the same way. Measuring tool. Oh, that was nice. Something I didn't mention, but is important. When you're doing the measurements, when you pick up the measurement tool, it'll reset it. And what I mean by reset is if you have it tilted, it'll reset the tilt so that you're looking straight down. And that is the best way to take a measurement. Sometimes you'll get wrong answers if it's tilted. So you can either reset it, hit the R button, and that'll reset north at the top and south at the bottom. It'll take care of the rotation and the tilt. One more time. I've messed it up. Oh no. Hit R. And it'll at least fix your display. So we want to measure, let's measure from Garcia River North to Gualala River South. And so I've already got the measuring tool. I'm going to zoom in all the way to the starting point. Click there. And I'm going to zoom out all the way. And then zoom back in, Gualala River South. Zoomed in all the way. Double click. There's my answer. It's in centimeters. And that is it for this lab. That takes care of how to double click to go to a new place mark. That covers how to close or get out of slideshow mode. If you find yourself in slideshow mode and it looks like this, you just click on the left arrow to escape slideshow mode. And then when you're measuring distances, one click to start, another click to add a node, another click to add a node, double click to finish the line, and then you can click on the drop-down arrow to change the units. Yeah, I think that's all you'll need. If you have any questions at all, please give me a call. I wish you all the best with Lab 12.